to the Slammies, ladies and gentlemen. I was not fond of the Slammy for one reason. That was because one person was not there. Anyone else probably would think this is silly, man. Don't worry about that. But to me personally, I would have liked to see him there. And that's Sting. And I'll explain at the end of this review. Now, I'm only going to talk about the people and the awards that I cared the most about. The three awards I cared the most about had Roman Reigns, Dolph Ziggler, and Damien Mizdow, or Damien Sandow, connected to them. Every other award wasn't bad, but these are the ones I want to talk about. When you look at Damien Sandow, where he was almost doing the most stupidest parodies that were pissing everyone off, now he's the most beloved person that people want to see turn face so badly and destroy The Miz. When Seth Green, who honestly I didn't really care that much about, I really didn't. I'm not saying he isn't a talented actor, comedian, and director, and producer, but I just didn't care about him here. But he did put over Damien Sandow. He did say, I like this guy. I did enjoy that. And how The Miz twisted this in such a way to piss the people off was perfect. Only thing I'm going to say about this is that if the WWE does not give them a match by, let's see, I think the best time for them to break up would either be the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. I know that's kind of stretching into WrestleMania, but the Royal Rumble would be the earliest and best time to split, before then, to split these two off, and then have The Miz face Damien in the signature pay-per-view. Excuse me. The next one I'm going to talk about is Luke Harper. No, Luke Harper. Hell, why not? I'm going to mix it up. Luke Harper versus Eric Rowan in their match was bullshit. I've been trying to figure a way to be able to explain this situation. Here's Dolph Ziggler. Here's Luke Harper. When you match them together, you get this. Now, I know people are going to say, dude, you must be fucking crazy. Right now, Dolph Ziggler's hot. Look what happened. He got the LOL moment for his award, and he did. Yes, was it LOL? And I believe it was. No, sorry. The team match of the year. I'm sorry. Not LOL. That was somebody else. But I can't remember. I'm sorry. But essentially, Dolph got an award. He did a decent job talking, even though he did botch. And I believe that's due to the fact that he doesn't really get enough main event time talking on Raw. He doesn't. So I can say that there's an understanding there. But if he keeps getting more main event time and he keeps botching too much, then he's not a good talker. And I'm going to leave it at that. But when you see Luke Harper first facing Dolph, there's no storyline. There's no talking between them. Very little. It just seems empty. Next to Eric Rowan, who's now being pushed with the Big Show, being called Big Red because of that ginger beard he's got. The problem I see is this. Luke Harper should be the one that's spotlighted here, not Eric Rowan. For the simple reason that Luke Harper's got the IC Championship, and they need to do something with it. And now that you're putting Eric Rowan over Luke Harper, who has the title, is really bad booking. You literally saw in that match, Luke Harper got buried there. He got his ass handed to him. And talking about what happened later in the night does not justify what happened to Luke Harper. I'm not a huge Luke Harper fan. But I can see that Luke Harper, who should be in a prominent spot, that is second to Bray Wyatt, is being put all the way to the back burner for Eric Rowan. And there's no guarantee Eric Rowan's going to get anywhere with the Big Show. I'm hoping. Because if it doesn't, this was totally stupid to put them both up at the same time and not give them a storyline why one turned totally heel on his own and why one turned totally face on his own. And now you're going to say, dude, they were all heels. Luke Harper was already a heel. It's not the point. The point is that you're doing Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. You should see the reason why they broke up and why one decided to stay a heel and one decided to turn face. And saying I hate bullies is not enough. I'm sorry. Now, AJ with the winning of the Slammy and a match with someone I really didn't care about. The match. She did a decent job talking and getting her award. She's very decently polished. But here's the thing. I'm saying this and I'm hoping anyone who loves the Bellas does not get angry here because I want them to see this objectively. I'm glad the Bellas did not win an award 100% because it's bullshit. And I'm not saying it's bullshit because they both suck and they don't deserve to be nominated. No. I'm saying it's bullshit because the WWE put them both in a prominent storyline when one is a face, heavily over, and is loved. And one is a heel. Even if you don't think she's that great of a heel, at least she did a decent enough job to do the storyline. They didn't have their payout. You let Nikki win the fucking title and turn Brie heel with her instead of waiting until after the Authority was gone and after she won the title and then lost it to turn her heel with her sister. That would have made more better sense of storyline wise. This was totally stupid. And that's the reason why I'm glad they fucking didn't get any titles. I mean, well, any award titles. You know what I mean. Any awards. You see I'm frustrated about it because I'm not a Bella fan. Honestly, I'm not. But I see what you're supposed to do. You set this up for 6 months almost, and then you drop it like a fucking hot potato and make it look more stupid than it was when you first made it. You see my point. Anyone who loves the Bellas, you should be angry and outraged that the Bella versus Bella, where one good Bella versus one bad Bella for the belt, didn't happen. I'm just saying. Now, the Cena interview. I want to get this over with right now. The Cena interview, and a lot of other people said the same thing as him. Gotta step up. Gotta step here. Gotta step up here. Gotta step. Why? Now there's supposed to be a match, a stare match, between Eric and Big Show, kind of saying, step up. It's fucking stupid. Because Vince did not realize what the fuck he said on Steve Austin's show. And if you didn't see it, see my review of it, I'm going to leave the connection below, along with my debate. No, I'm going to leave the connection below for my debate of the week on that. But when you see this, honestly, this was stupid throughout the night that the commentators, as well as the wrestlers who obviously were told by Vince, you better say, well, I'll say it like this. This is Vince. Oh, fuck. I fucking said something stupid. All of you, you better say simply, we gotta step up. We gotta do this. We gotta step up. Roman Reigns. Dean Ambrose almost said it, but he didn't. But he came close. And I'm going to be talking about Bray and Dean in a minute. You got everybody else and their mother saying it, which was fucking stupid. You get insulted by your boss, and then you're saying stuff that your boss is going to say. That makes it look even more stupid. I'm just saying. Now, Dean and Bray Wyatt. The only thing I have to say is, why so soon? You, on a Smackdown, I didn't get a chance to see Smackdown. You obviously want to make this a very compelling storyline. You have Dean Ambrose get a larynx full of a chair, goes to the hospital, and then he comes back now and kicks the ass of a Bray Wyatt. Why not stretch this out? Why not stretch this out to Royal Rumble? Why not show that Dean is in the hospital with a crushed larynx or something for about a month, and he comes back and then he kicks the ass of a Bray Wyatt, and Bray goes somewhat ramshot throughout the WWE. Why do this now? It is so rushed. This is why I said many, many months ago that Bray would not get over here, and he didn't. Dean is destroying Bray. Even if Bray wins the match at almost said Royal Rumble, at TLC, he's not going to get over. He looks terrible. Honestly, this is a terrible storyline for him. And I'm upset about this. Even if the match is good, the storyline sucks and it's making me angry. Now, Charlotte Flair versus Natalya. I'm actually considering doing a debate of the week on her. But when you look at Charlotte Flair, she's not the most beautiful woman there. I mean, Natalya is a much more better looking woman than she is. And I'm not taking anything away from Charlotte. She's a very slender woman. She doesn't have any hips. She got some boobs. She's actually more slender than Summer Rae in some cases, just even more taller. I'm worried that the WWE will not push this woman properly. Now I can understand why Natalya won, because they're still doing something with her and her husband. I'm not agreeing with it, but I understand why they did it. But when you see this with a Charlotte Flair, that eventually she's going to come up, and even AJ talked about her, you worry that she's not going to be pushed properly, and she's not going to get treated properly. Not because she's Charlotte, that she's Ric Flair's daughter, is that because she's not a model type of wrestler. She's not a wrestler who was originally a model that became a wrestler. She looks like she's a basic wrestler. She has the same moveset as her father in many ways. That's second generation for you. She stands like her father. She hits like her father. She does certain moves like her father. I can see it. So I don't even see this. I don't think that they're going to treat her right. But you guys tell me below. When it comes to Rusev Maska and his segment against Jack Swagger, I'm going to put it to you like this. I think this could have happened months ago, and it actually would be very compelling. I mean, it wasn't bad months ago with him, but I think after Zed got taken out, Jack looked a lot more viable as an opponent versus Rusev. The attack was actually pretty damn good. And even though Jack is not a great talker, especially that has a lisp, he still got his point across well enough that the trucker Jack Swagger, one of the people who drives our great semis down the roads of America, who will always make sure that we get our supplies and our food and all the medical equipment that we need to survive. I had to give him a good one there. But you get my point. He actually looked viable as an opponent this time. He looks even more viable than he did before when it was We the People. People were really cheering for him. So I'm okay with that. Now, Kofi Kingston versus Stardust. New Day? I fucking hate it. I want to kill someone who came up with this thing. But since the crowd was cheering heavily for them, they could turn that negative into a positive if the WWE will show them properly. I would rather see New Day turn heel in the beginning of the year. But if they stick with this and the people really keep cheering it, it could still get over. But I don't want it to get over as it is. Honestly, I don't. I want to see Kofi Kingston become a heel. I want to see Biggie turn heel again, even though he's not a great heel. I want to see Xavier Woods turn heel. But I want to see Kofi heel for the simple reason I want to see if he can pull it off and give us some other dynamic. I know other people are going to say, dude, Kofi doesn't need to be turned heel to give us a different dynamic. Yes, he does. Because he's been the same character for many, many years. And even though he's very electrifying, he's a very great high flyer, I want to see something different. This is just me personally, but you guys tell me below. Kofi wins the match, but it doesn't mean he's won over the crowd 100%. And I really believe they need to turn heel. It's just me. Now, let's see here. I don't know if I talked... Oh, yeah, I did talk about Seth and Dolph. Usos and Ryback versus Miz, Dower, and Kane. I really didn't care about the match. It would have been better for me personally to see the Usos fighting with Miz and Dower in the back. Or better yet, Miz having a fight with Jimmy Uso and Jimmy's brother Jay holding him back, and Miz having Dower hold him back. I would have liked to see that more than anything else. And you could have had Ryback still come at the end of the night with Kane, and that would have been better for them, making it brief. Now the reason I say this is what happened with Naomi and Jay. I am happy to see Naomi have a storyline that is prominently being shown. See it like this, ladies and gentlemen. You have a black woman who has a husband that's working with her, and another man that supposedly is trying to do something bad, where the husband of the woman is a jealous motherfucker, which Jimmy not Jay. Jimmy is a jealous type of person. Doesn't mean he isn't a good man. He can get jealous, at least to a certain extent, probably in real life. But the point is that it's so nice to see it on air. It is refreshing to see this. And then seeing that his wife goes off on his own, and then he acts like a nut and destroys everything he's been building. And that gives us some new dynamic. I want to see this. I would have liked to see what I stated earlier, seeing Miz and Jimmy Uso fighting him back and his brother and Mizdow holding them back. This would have been a better story than this. Seeing the heels lose didn't really help me much. And I didn't care. But I'm glad to see 100% that Naomi, who I really hope gets a rub here, and finally gets a chance to win the Divas Championship in January or February. That's what I believe she deserves. This is what she deserves. This is what I hope will happen. Now, finally, I'm going to say it now. Big Show versus Cena. I didn't care. Because it's the same thing I've seen. And I had a feeling there was going to be a swerve, and there was one. Big Show and Cena get stopped by Seth Rollins, and everybody but their mother comes out and has their moment. Do I believe it was necessary? No, because we've seen it so many times, ladies and gentlemen. I would have liked to see something entirely different from the WWE, but this is 101 ending up the show for the WWE when it comes to a pay-per-view. They always have this stupidness, and particularly the screen going in and out. I'm so tired of it. But was this a bad show? No, it wasn't that bad. But I believe it felt empty without Sting. And I'm going to elaborate on this right now. Because of the awesome award, Sting wins it, but he's not there. And Seth takes his award. I would have liked to see Sting come out. I would have liked to see Sting punch Seth Rollins in the face. And then takes his award, holds it up in the air, and then walks away. He doesn't have to say a word. I felt that would have been a better beginning to Raw than this with Seth Green, with Jerry the King Lawler, and everything after that. I'm not against Booker T. I love me the Booker T. Can you dig it, sucker? I love me the Booker T. Oh, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was epic to see. I love me some Ricky. That man is one of the best there ever was. I love the man. But the opening should have been Sting. It should have been Sting. Hell, you should have had Ricky the Dragon Steamboat come out and announce the award for Sting because they have met each other. That would have been better than this. It wasn't a bad show, but I felt empty without Sting. Sting needs another appearance. If he doesn't have another appearance by this coming Raw, it's going to feel really terrible. They need more. So I hope you do. I'm sorry, just thinking about it upset me. I hope you enjoyed this Slammy 2014. Give me a comment below. Give me a thumbs up if you really liked it or not. And I will be doing my debate of the week, and it's going to be on the Amazing Race. And you know who I'm going to talk about. They're in 4th. They almost got kicked out, but they're in 4th. I gotta say something about these two. See ya!